Finally, the big moving day has arrived. We loaded up one van load, and this is the van load we're going to send to my mum's to put in her garage for a few months. You know, can't believe how much stuff you accumulate. Here's the van. This is down at Cali. This is the van John's kindly loaned to us. And here we are, just about to board the train. We'll be in France now for a long, monotonous drive. Two-thirds of the journey was in France, so we elected to use the toll roads, which is the quickest route, but not the most scenic. It was just tough driving, just mile after mile. We hadn't booked anywhere to stay overnight because of the coronavirus, so we just carried on until I got too tired. Then we found one of these petrol stations with lay-bys, pulled over. I hunkered down on the seats and Sheena made herself as comfortable on the floor below. The following day we drove for about an hour, then I had to stop and grab an hour's sleep. I was just too tired. And then we cracked on. Just drove and drove. And finally, we're at the finca. We hadn't been there for about 3 or 4 months, so as you would expect, there's weeds growing out here and everywhere. So when we left it, looked absolutely lovely, pristine, and when we got there, not so much. So within a day, we got it back to how it was looking. And oh, by the way, it does rain in Spain. Here's the proof. Today's project is to remove that concrete step. So after about 10 minutes on the hammer drill, it broke. So now on to the next project. And the next project is making a door for the storeroom. Because of the coronavirus and we're in 2-week lockdown, we couldn't go out apart from food, and all the builders, merchants and everything else were closed. I had to make it with materials that I had on site, which was bits of shuttering ply, which was bent, twisted, warped all over the place. So the only way to do it was to cut it into 6-inch strips and make a door that way, which is not the easiest thing to do, but it's only a temporary door, so it just needed to be there to keep any undesirables out. So there's a door hung in an empty storeroom, and now we put all the blue racking up for all our bits and pieces to go on. So another job. Now here's the storeroom, not so empty. It's pretty chock-a-block in there, but we've got a few beds and other bits and pieces to take out and put to the other rooms when they're finished, so it'll be fine. This is our first crop of apples of our apple tree that our neighbours gave us. This is some of the fruit they keep giving us. Some weird curly looking cucumbers going on there. And watermelons. Different types of melons are lovely. Really generous of them. And this is some of the meals that the good lady's knocking up. Lovely, eating like a king. And I've lost a stone. This is the land at the back of the house. We were away for 4 months, so obviously got overgrown, and one of our neighbours kindly run his tractor over it to get rid of the weeds or cut down the weeds and flatten it all out. This year we're planning to spend a bit of time and money on getting the field ready for planting this coming February, but because of the type of weeds we have, they have very deep roots, and the local guys, their excavators or forks only go down to 20 centimetres, so we need to get Eduardo back with the extra big tractor or the extra deep forks to sort the problem out. While walking up the side of the plot, my good lady spotted these. Apparently they're grey partridges. according to our neighbour, and they'll be delicious in about 6 weeks. But obviously I put them back where I found them. This is a good lady putting up some poles for her beans. Yeah, she's got a nice little garden going on there. Can't wait for it to produce. And this is what will be in the next video. Some of that. Some of that. And a bit of that. So see you next time.